Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka the Weather Gamer, and this is the BRL season recap for your Vermillion City Zeraoras. I am about 3 hours post losing to Rozzy in quarterfinals, so I'm still a little raw. I'm still upset at that loss. It was devastating, to be perfectly honest. I have not won a playoff game in almost a year. The last time I won was 2 seasons ago in BRL, when I 6-0'd with Corviknight, and then lost the preceding match for my first trip to finals with a Leaf Storm miss. And so that loss, after all the prep that I did, all the test matches, all the hard work I put into it to just lose, really stung. And I just would like to close the book on BRL for now. I'm not going to participate in the off season. I don't know if I'll come back for season 9 or 8. I might sit a season out of BRL at this point and just cleanse my palate, I guess. I'm just so devastated by this. And I shouldn't be. It's a kid's game. We're playing for fun, but at the same time, it's been a frustrating year. And, you know, I took a retirement and I came back, and this was the first team I drafted post-retirement. And I felt like this was one of the better teams I'd ever drafted. I ripped off to a 5-2 start. And I had Slowking as the kill leader. I was number 1 at one point, and just to have it come crashing down really, really hurts. But we live, we learn. I have LDL, NCL, and VBL going on now, and I can still try to make playoffs and try to reverse the curse in one of those. But yeah. So, as far as the team goes, I had grand envisions of Garchomp sweeps and just going to town, and Garchomp ended up doing almost nothing for me. It served more as a defensive mon. I think its only kill this season was a toxic kill, dying 5 times. It was not a Garchomp performance that I had hoped for. I will come back to Garchomp. Actually, I already have come back to Garchomp and LBL. I'm going to try to put it back together and see if I can't get Garchomp going. I still love Garchomp as a dragon type. It just did not have the season that I thought it was going to when I drafted it. I really think that you could switch Slowking and Garchomp's numbers around and things would look a lot better, but it is what it is. Sylveon 2 and 3. Sylveon's still one of my favorite fairy types to use. Sylveon, Primarina, Togekiss. All my favorites. I really do like them. And I will continue to use Sylveon over and over again because I love it, and I think it's a good mon. And it serves a good function for me, for my playstyle. Cinderace, the boy, the man, he went off early season just like he did in SBT before people learned how to stop him, and people learned how to stop him this season too in BRL. But Cinderace is a nightmare. 11-7 is not bad, and there were times where it could have swept even more games, but Slowking kind of said, nah, yeet, I'm going to come in here and steal all the kills. So, I love Cinderace. It's my favorite fire type to use in Draft League format right now. I try to draft it almost all the time. Its offensive firepower is nightmarish. It is so hard to deal with, and it is fast, and it plays into my style very nicely. So I'll definitely be using Cinderace in the future. Greninja, again, I've had some mixed success with it. It's not going to be an offensive nightmare for me at all, unless I try Protean or Ashgren sometime and see how those play out. But it at least had a decent season at 6 and 5. looking back at Rozzy's game versus me, if I'd high jump kicked the turn that he volt switched, I might have actually survived and won the game. I lost on that 50-50 because if I high jump kick, I put the Rotom in range of Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse would kill Rotom, Dark Pulse would kill Inteleon because he had it so chipped down. And with the crit on Arrow, I would have lived a dual wing beat because I was max HP almost. I think I could have lived the dual wing beat. I don't have the calcs anymore. I got rid of the team, so I can't even check. But if I was able to live a dual wing beat, the next turn Dark Pulse would kill Arrow. Inteleon comes in, dies to Dark Pulse. Rotom comes in, Greninja kills with Dark Pulse. If I just HJK'd the Rotom the turn that he volt switched, I might have been able to pull it back with Gren. But alas, it is what it is. I'll look at Gren again. Probably not for a while. I'm going to probably go to other water types here. But I definitely think an offensive and defensive water type are a necessity. Skarmory, I still don't play hazards very well. So while having Skarmory was nice for the hazards, it did serve a nice function as a defensive wall. Would having Skarmory have changed that game at all? Probably not, but I don't know. I mean, I've drafted Skarmory again just because I needed hazards, but we'll see. I'm gonna try some other steel types. I still think Corviknight's the superior bird, but I want to try some other steel types too, just so I have a steel diversity and see what I come up with. Tangrowth, I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've ever used Tangrowth. It might be the second, I'm not 100% certain. But having a double regen core and just having such a defensive team all around was really, really nice. I did enjoy being able to sponge hits. Like, this is much more my playstyle. Being able to sponge hit, steal damage, sponge hit, steal damage. So expect more teams like this. Well, you should see that there are more teams built kind of like this. I never did get to bring Drifblim to a game. I think it would have been interesting to bring Drifblim and see how it fared. Never brought Ariados. Morpeko, he did not get a kill this season, but he was such a good little boy. He was annoying as hell to teams with support coverage and rapid spin, and he put in a fair chunk of change on damaging mons, allowing Slowking and Cinderace to sweep. I will definitely look at Morpeko again. It was fun. I enjoyed using Morpeko, so definitely a mon I really enjoyed. Slowking, good god, this thing was a nightmare. People couldn't deal with it. 15-7. It just ripped, and that's with me taking 2 forfeit games. I mean, if I'd played those forfeit games, I might have picked up another 3 kills with Slowking, potentially. I might have also made the 2 seed, so there's that too, and I would have had to play Rozzy, but oh well. Yeah, Slowking was amazing. I was super surprised by it, and it actually... This is, if you haven't noticed, I've been drafting Slowking a lot lately, and now I've got Slowbro on another team. This triggered me trying to grab these guys again, because they are just so fun to build with, and I enjoy them, and that's why I want to use mons that I enjoy that also function well, and Slowking finished 4th as kill leader. Again, if I'd played those forfeits, I might have been able to keep it in contention, but overall, I really, really did enjoy Slowking, so I'll keep drafting it. Hitmonchan, I got the infamous Scarf Sweep, 6-1. That was its claim to fame. It is a nice mon for lower tier when I need points, and I'll keep an eye on it. Dhelmise, similar to Morpeko. The only reason I dropped Dhelmise was because of the fact that Tangrowth got dropped, and with Tangrowth being dropped, I went and got a regen core. Otherwise, I would have kept Dhelmise. It didn't get a lot of kills similar to Morpeko, but it was breaking teams down, and it was being super annoying. Roselia was literally because I missed out on Roserade. I will not draft Roselia again, I don't think. I never used it anyways. I never brought it. I never had any intentions of bringing it, so that was a I'm gonna try Autumn suggestion, and then it just never came, so I'll probably ignore it again. And Aurora's I had to get rid of because I needed points on that, and so it never came either, but this was a good team. I did enjoy it. I'm a little disappointed with Garchomp, but other than that, I did enjoy using this team. And I mean, I put up one of the best records I've put up at 7-4. It's just the playoffs where I fell short, so because I think 7-4 might be my second best record. 7-5, 8-4 in Blitzel. That I think is my best record. Is the Blitzels. My first season in Blitzel, 7-5. 5-2. Okay, that was actually win-loss wise 5-2. So yeah, it was my best season ever. I still don't have this fixed. Just ignore it at this point. I'll fix it when I have time because I have to go back and look at all of them and recalculate everything and all that. But 7-4 8th, we finished third, which is the second highest I've ever finished, behind my GD or G8 DL Season 4 position. I'm 166 and 239 minus 240, so we're still chipping away at that. I am one win away from having 100 wins in Gen 8. So that's good to know, to see, and I'm so close here compared to where I was here. I'm 37 games from being even, and I'm 36. Oh, I'm about the same. Wow. Jeez, I'm about the same, actually. 33 would be 100, 36, and I'm 37. Okay, so I guess I haven't progressed too much. I'm about the same. At least my differential's down by 22 points, so that's good. But 1-3 in playoff, or 1-11 in playoffs. That's just horrific. I need to start putting some wins up there. As far as the Mons go, Cinderace came flying up the board now. It's in third place behind Zeraora and Haxorus at 34 and 22, which I think puts it 5th or 6th on the KD ratio. I think he's the only one that came flying up the board, though. No, Slowking. Slowking's in the top 25 now, right behind Garchomp at 21 and 16. Slowking is now 20 and 10, so it went 5 and 7 the last time I used it. Greninja making its way up here into the top 25. Zygarde just barely hanging on to keep the Dragon dominance. Just FYI, because that's where Darmanitan's 25th. So I'm still Dragon heavy, but we do see Gren, Slowking, and Cinderace join the party. I think everybody else is going to be low. Sylveon, 12 and 22 minus 10, one of the worst KD ratios ever. Yeah, I think everybody's way down now because they didn't get a lot of kills this season. Yep, I'm pretty sure they're all the way down here. So, but yeah, so your top 5 are still Zeraora, which is not going to be passed for a long time. Haxorus, Cinderace, Hydreigon, and a Tails. Zera, Hydreigon, Megachomp, Manaphy, and Dragapult on the other side. So, but yeah, that's going to be it for this season of BRL. I'm going to wrap it here, and then I'm going to take, for video-wise, you guys aren't going to see any difference, but I'm going to take some time to sit and decompress and try to move on from this stinging loss. So thank you guys for riding out the season with me. I'll see you guys next time.